Welcome back to Wheel of SNES. We are wrapping up Season 4. So how many games have we played, Josh?
50.
50. So for all of you that don't know what Wheel of SNES is, it's fun to play Super Mario World and Legend of Zelda and
All-Star Mario.
and Donkey Kong Country, but we don't get to pick our game. We let a randomized wheel pick our game. So we've played so far 50 games that we never got to choose, and we're going to rank them against each other, and we're going to continue to do it until we get the whole SNES library put together here. So
we're also trying to do this as best as we can with the whole bipartisan of not judging the game strictly on nostalgia, but I think some of that comes in a little bit.
All right. Well, I guess we're just... so the way we're going to do this is me and Josh are going to toss out some games. We're going to do it like a fancy football snake draft style. One of us is going to name a game. The other person will name we'll start at 50. I'll say my 50. Josh will say his 50. Then Josh will say his 49. I'll do my 49 into 48 and so on and so on. And we can... and basically what we're having is the previous 40 from previous 40 from Season 3 with 10 from Season 4 inserted into it, which I think we were pretty adamant of last season was probably the dullest season as far as the games.
Yep.
I don't think we got any first party bangers or anything like that. So I feel like the guys that are probably up on the top of Mount Rushmore are probably safe, but the guys down on the bottom, you never know. We get in here, we're having a few drinks, things change. I'm more guilty than anybody re-ranking these after I've ranked them as we move on down. So I guess without much further ado, we'll jump on in. Do you want me to start it off at number 50, Josh? Because I know our 50s are the same.
Our 50s are the same.
I'm going to start, and then you can, agree, and then we'll say a quick note on it. Then, because this one's probably worthy of beating the shit out of it as much as we can.
Yep.
Number 50 for me, Untouchables.
Untouchables, 100%.
Horrible fucking game.
Worst game.
Horrible game.
It was just bad.
Well, I can't remember. It was based off the TV show, not the movie. It don't matter. I don't care what it was. It could be based off freaking U.S. history. It could be based off the space race. It could be based off a Mario clone. It is horrible. Horrible.
It is absolutely horrible. It's the worst game by far.
All right, so that's number 50. Coming in 49 on its heels. What do you have, Josh?
Super Strike Eagle.
Caw, boom, boom in the flesh.
Yep, good old caw, boom, boom.
Alrighty, a little bit of airplane sim. I unfortunately do not have that one at number 49.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we were a little different. I mean, we're down here at the bottom. We're splitting hairs.
It's the dreads.
I'm not too far away on Super Strike Eagle. I got my number 49 as Mario's Time Machine. And that one, I think... I was excited to play the Mario game, and it sucked. I thought it was going to be a good game. Never played it. I was wrong. I'm going to bounce up to number 48, ASP, Airstrike Patrol.
Yep.
I did not like it. Another airplane sim game. It's weird.
It's very weird. That was the one that, if I'm not mistaken, was the one that was giving us motion sickness by the way you had to fly. Wasn't it?
I think Super Strike Eagle was
Super Strike was the motion sickness. That's right.
Airstrike Patrol, from my memory, is the one that had the isometric view.
That's right.
All right, so without much more ado, what do you got at number 48, Joshua?
Foreman for real. Wait, no, that was 48. You mean 47?
No. You've not gave your 48 yet.
Oh, Airstrike Patrol, my bad. Yeah, ASP, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, ASP. Yeah, it was not a good game.
So we were together on 50, 48 and 50. I'm going to put a little color coding here.
Oh.
For the ones that we actually have the same ranking on. All right, so carry me on up into your number 47. I think you already spoke it into existence.
I did. Foreman for real.
Foreman for real. Boxing games, I mean, you even have Super Punch-Out. Like, Boxing game. I mean, for God's sake, you had
Boxing
the
games?
original Punch Out. There is a blueprint for a boxing game that you probably should follow. Foreman for Real did not.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, number 47. I'm gonna revisit your old pal. I got Super Strike Eagle at number 47.
Yep.
So I was a little bit off. I've got. See, you had Airstrike Patrol one above Super Strike Eagle. I had it one below. I'm gonna bounce up number 46. I feel like every time I see this, the game's not that bad, but it is. 46. I got Obidus.
Obidus? Yeah.
Yep. Well, you got it 46, Josh.
Hit the ice.
Hit the ice. Horrible sounds.
It
horrible gameplay.
100%. It was the sounds that done it for me.
Yeah, I feel like if you had took like an NBA Jam and put it on ice and made it less fun and harder to control and something to that sort.
Yep.
Hit the ice was bad game. Bad game. What you rolling up into number 45, brother?
That is where I placed Obidus.
You got Obidus? Okay.
Yeah, I placed Obidus there. Because it was still a text-based game, which I still love. But these other ones just suck harder.
And then first season or two, we got
We
pretty
did.
burnt on some Amiga games.
We did.
And the one thing I do tip my hat to Obidus, and I go back and forth, is it would let you screw yourself to where you could not win the game ever.
Yep.
Or you could scum yourself into a spot in that castle where you would die. And so I kind of tipped the hat, but the rest of the game sucked. And so like if it was a fun game that did that, or like a roguelike or something, yeah. Sure. It did not work out that good.
No, it did not.
Number 47, I got your George Foreman for Real.
Okay.
Like I say, bad boxing game. Nothing much more we're going to say about it. Number 46 is a new entry, Joshua, for me.
For you, yeah.
At number 46, inserting it from season 4, I've got Sequest DSV in there.
Okay.
I'll wait until we get to your Sequest, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how bad that game is.
Okay.
Where's your number 44, Joshua?
Mine is Mario is missing.
Mario is missing. God, you had that one below Mario's Time Machine?
I did, just because of the layout of it. It, like, you look at the map and it looked like a Super Mario. You got sort of pumped to play a semi-Super Mario World game, and it was all trivia based.
You're right.
So that was a huge letdown.
Roll us up into number 43, Joshua.
Mario's Time Machine.
Mario's Time Machine. Well, I guess that's here's your sign. What I think, just working off the memory, we said there is 4 of the. God, I forget it's something Works. It's not DreamWorks. Whatever that publisher is.
The educational game.
Yeah.
And we got 2 of the educational Marios in the same season.
There's 4 of them overall. I have no doubt the other 2 suck just as bad.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Number 43, I'm rolling up in there. I think it's kind of a testament to how bad the other games are. And this is kind of, I feel like there's more tearing myself apart on the inside thinking how bad one game is versus another one this season, because I feel a bad taste in my mouth to say Hit the Ice is at 43. I feel like it should probably be worse than that.
Ooh, yeah.
But that's where I got it, you know. So Hit the Ice, horrible hockey game. Plenty other better hockey games. I'll tell you, my favorite hockey game, just because of my own personal experience, was Stanley Cup on Super Nintendo. And
that was a solid one.
And
mine was NHL 93.
Okay. I got to roll us into number 42. It will be our first FX chip game. I got Vortex at number 42.
You got Vortex at 42?
I feel like Vortex was almost an unplayable game. It was pretty broken. That first stage really pissed me off.
Yeah, I get that.
Not a good game, regardless of what you have.
No.
But maybe I've not played the rest of the FX games, but I feel like that might be the worst FX game that we play.
It
FX
may be,
chip.
honestly. I have it a little higher up, but
All right.
so for 42 for me, Kid Cleats.
Kid Cleats. I still just don't understand how that fucking alien that has technology to travel across damn galaxies, but drops a fucking plunger onto the World Cup trophy. I cannot get past that.
And then the trophy breaks up into multiple pieces, and not a single one of them land in the ocean.
Nope. I will say, too, the kid cleats, one of the things that made it incredibly tough to play was the speed of the gameplay, which most of the time you think slow gameplay on some of these older systems, but the way that screen jerked and all that, that was pretty rough.
It was unbearable.
And it was a really tough fucking game.
Yeah.
Number 41, what are you feeling, brother?
41 is my first entry.
Okay.
It is Sequest.
I'm not trying to think about last season. I want it to be a surprise, but I figured Sequest was definitely the worst game last season. So I mean, just kind of a quick rundown. What do you think puts it above Kid Cleat? I mean, it's still a bad game.
It's still a bad game.
So you think you would rather play Sequest over the other, 8 games ahead of it?
It had more of a variety.
Okay.
And yeah, it was a
farming game almost, you know.
Yeah, it was a finance game. It was a farming type game, which I could get behind, but it was still playable to me, but it wasn't as playable or as enjoyable as the others. So that's why I got it right there.
Okay. I'm going to roll us into 41 with a game that I feel like isn't going to be too far away on your list. It's another game that goes along the farming aspect. I've got Sim Ant at number 41.
Yeah, you're not off.
That's the game of collecting fucking peas.
Yep.
And not knowing what the hell you're doing the whole time. I'm going to roll us up into a new entry into this this season. I'm going to put Head On Soccer at number 40.
Okay.
Out of the 2 soccer games we played, I thought that was the lesser of the fun. I thought Capcom's would be worse, but it wasn't. I felt like, and probably biased because we played Capcom's, I believe, was the one we played together when we was cracking up and doing the training and stuff in it.
No, that was Head On Soccer.
Well,
we drew Head On Soccer first, and we drew Capcom second. Head On Soccer was the one that had the multiple stages.
Multiple stages.
Yeah, you had the indoor, you had training.
Yeah. That's the one I was thinking of. That was Capcom, right?
No, that was Head On, if I'm not mistaken.
I think you're mistaken.
I will look it up real quick, but I thought it was the other. I thought it was Head On Soccer was the one. Let's see here.
Capcom was the first one we played. That's the one that had the indoor. And then we got the Head On one, and that was the one where the game played so damn fast. But
let's see here. Because
Capcom, we were sitting on the couch playing together, and I was talking about the Mega Man and all the.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Okay, never mind.
I feel like Head On Soccer was the worst of the soccer games. I don't think either one of them. They're not FIFA. FIFA is kind of the GOAT for me, even on the Super Nintendo. But International Superstar Soccer is also a good one. Head On Soccer, neither of the soccer games, I guess, just to repeat myself 12 times, were really that great, but Head On Soccer was the worst of the two, I feel like. So
that's right.
It was at number 40, so that is the bottom 25% of where I'm at, Josh. Where are you at number 40?
Well, I'm bringing in with another new entry.
Okay.
And that is not Head On Soccer, even though it's not far behind or far ahead, I guess.
Okay.
Super Valis 4.
Oh, what a shitty game.
That was a terrible game.
Like say, that's the game they say if you're ever going to play, like all the Super Valis, from what I recall, out of all the Super Valis, that's the black sheep.
Yep.
Nobody likes.
Yep.
I can understand why.
That's the redheaded stepchild.
All right. Number 39 coming at us. What you got?
39 is Roger Clemens.
Doing my boy Roger Clemens dirty. Roger.
Just because you bought it doesn't mean it's a good game.
Okay. Roger Clemens at 39. just cracks me up. It's the game where you just got to suck so bad you win.
Yeah,
And,
that is the thing.
I feel like we need to go back and play like one or two of these really bad games because that game was pissing me off.
Yeah.
All right, coming in 39 on mine. I was just one behind you, a new entry, Super Valis 4.
Yep.
The difference is I felt like when I was playing Super Valis, it was kind of like a Strider, but it was slower. It was more spread out, and there wasn't enough enemies. I don't know. The whole game seemed slow.
Yeah, it was very slow.
All right, at number 38, I'm bringing in another entry, a new entry from Season 4. I'm bringing in Capcom Soccer Shootout. Even though I feel like I had more fun playing that, I feel like it might be maybe one up or one down. We had more fun playing that one together.
Yeah.
So I have a little bit more positive thought of it, and it was just because I just kept going, oh no, and then like just how bad the game was almost made it more fun.
And Indoor was the better of the two.
Yeah, so I've got no qualm. I guess we're at the part right there at number 38. I could probably play Capcom Soccer Shootout for like half an hour more, and it not bother me. The games below that, I'm completely fine never playing again. See, I think that's my cutoff right there is number 38. Everything below that could be dead to me, and I'm fine.
See, to me, 36 is my cutoff.
Okay. So you just bring me on over into 38.
38 for me was Terminator.
Just regular Terminator?
Yeah, the one where...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like Terminator, the RoboCop versus Terminator was a great game. But the Terminator game that we played, where you only had 3 lives, was bullshit.
Well, I agree, and I feel like I'm a little bit higher on Terminator from what I recall. Not defending it, no Earthbreaker game. I played a lot of it with God modes and stuff like that, made it a little bit more palatable.
But see, we're not supposed to do that.
Well, that's part of it. It's part of it. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'd had turned some in, or I'd use some codes to get to different levels. Or something of that
I did
sort.
too. Like I had to.
Bring us up into 37, brother.
SimAnt.
Okay. You must really hate Terminator. I don't know. You either didn't mind SimAnt as much as I did, or you really hated Terminator, because even though you're at 37, I had SimAnt at 43. Sadly enough, probably not going to be the worst sim game that we play.
That's one of my reasonings, but Terminator is supposed to be it's a non-stop action, and they treated it like a Contra without the Konami code.
You know what? Here's the thing with Terminator. I probably got to exclude myself for voting on it, because I loved every single Terminator movie I've ever watched. And if you ask me if any of them were really good, I love Terminator. Terminator 2 is the GOAT to me.
Yeah,
but like Terminator 3, I love that fucking movie. People hate it. Like all the other Terminator movies are just okay, but I fucking love them. I know they're not that great, but I get all on it. I don't know. It's the whole time travel, time space thing, and they always fuck it up. But I feel like Terminator probably gets closer than anybody.
So you're like a Transformer fan. No matter what Transformer movie comes out, you're going to love it, no matter how shit it is.
I wouldn't go that far to say. Yes, I am a Transformer fan. I do not watch necessarily the newer stuff. I watched the first ones. Once they got to like the Bumblebee part, I stopped. I've actually got. You mentioned that. I've got the old school Transformer movie right here.
Oh, sweet! That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm more Team Transformer, but I kind of give up on the Michael Bay movies or whoever.
Yeah, it's Michael Bay.
Now, I watched it all the way up to the Marky Mark one, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of tough. It's like, you're telling me you got damn Dinobots, and I'm just ready for this movie to end without having to see these fucking Dinobots. And then it was like another hour, and I'm like, yeah that's probably a no.
Dinobots were only in it for about 10 minutes.
How the hell do we get from SimAnt to Dinobots? I don't know.
Hey, it's the number one podcast about movies.
That is number 37. I have a game. I wanted to put it lower, but I talk myself through it. I don't think I can. I got kid cleats. Not a great game. I feel like it should be lower. As I'm looking at it, though, I can't drop it anymore. And just to clean up a little bit more of bad games that are probably ranked higher because we've only played 50 of them, is Roger Clemens Baseball. Not great. Probably appreciated it a lot more. If we played it last season, it would have probably been a lot higher on the list. So that's where I'm at. Number 36, what do you have, Josh?
I'm torn between these two.
Okay.
They're interchangeable in my head right now. Vortex or Head-On Soccer. Because I think Vortex, I agree with you, I think it's an unplayable game. But I'll manage to, I think if I invested enough time, I think I could probably understand how that game works. Head-On Soccer, I at least won a game.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to put Vortex there.
Vortex at number 36.
And then bringing in
I was going to say, I'm guessing the next
bringing
one.
it right into 35 would be Head-On Soccer.
Yeah, I could see. Like I say, I'm a little lower on both of them, but each their own.
See, and I think a big thing for us is we don't have the instruction manuals for any of these.
Well, we wouldn't read them anyway, to be honest.
But it might make it easier.
But part of this, too, is we're still at a part where I don't think any of us are arguing this is a good game.
No.
If I threw Mega Man down here, we'd be going to blows here.
We'd be fine.
So the one thing is, it's not, is this game good? It's how bad does it suck?
Yeah.
And everybody else, everybody has their own level of suck.
Yeah.
So...
yeah.
Number 35. I mean, fucking, how much cooler could it be? How could you ruin? Well, I get why you could ruin a game. Man, you tell me that you're fucking 1990s in a goddamn tank out in the fucking desert.
I know the one you're talking about.
Super battle tank. Not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
Oh, man.
So, I mean, the game was pretty plain. From my memory, probably the best part of it, I felt like, was the actual cockpit view of the actual tank. But you remember those goddamn tanks, man? They fucking hit you. They just scoot.
Dude, they flew.
All right. This one's going to be a one that this is where I feel it's at because I didn't think it was that good a game. People love this fucking game. There is an underground following for it. It's way too damn expensive. I didn't think it was that great. I didn't enjoy playing it. I might eventually end up bumping it up, but just coming off this last season, at number 34, I got a new entry of the Jetsons.
The Jetsons? Okay.
I think this is where I start hitting mediocre games. Now, I know that these other games I said wasn't unplayable. Jetsons has got a hop to it, and I feel like that hurts it. That's probably the bias of it.
Yeah.
And so, get me a season or two in, and I might bump it up. I mean, if you told me you had it, I have it at 34. If you told me it was in the 20s, high 20s or something, I might be able to do that. But, just not a fan of the Jetsons. Maybe I wasn't in the right mindset for it, but you give me your 34.
I think you weren't at the right mindset for it, but that's just me. So 34 for me was Super Battle Tank.
Super Battle Tank.
It wasn't far off. And this is where I agree with you. I think right through here is
here's where you're saying these are games I could play again.
Yes, yeah.
So you'd say, hey, at 34 below, if you never seen those games again, you'd be okay.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Where are you at on number 33?
Capcom Soccer.
Okay, Capcom Soccer.
Just because that would be a fun 2-player game.
When it came up, I didn't think Capcom had a soccer game other than damn Mega Man Soccer.
You were hyped for that.
I know, and then we watched the damn Mega Man Soccer video, and everybody was shitting all over it, and I refuse to believe that. That is fake news. Now, not Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. American Gladiators wasn't as good as I remember.
Yeah.
But I still have it in fondness, and by God, I'm not letting Mega Man Soccer get relegated.
You're going to die on that hill, man.
Yes. Number 33, I brought in another game. It was okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's right, because I just done 33, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Number 33, okay game. Nothing to write home about. A game I think I enjoyed way better back in the day, because I know this is one that I'd played. I threw another FX chipper up there, Dirt Tracks FX. Nothing really bad to say about it, just okay game.
Yep.
Roll it up to number 32. I feel like this one had a little bit more to it. That's why I would probably play Dirt Tracks more than I'd play the game ahead of it, but I feel like 32 was a little bit more well thought out, had some story to it, had a little bit of meat to it, even though it's not my type of game. I put the fighter Fatal Fury 2.
Okay.
Now, I know I believe that was in the top 100 list over here.
I think it was. I think that bitch was up there, and we shit on it.
It is, Fatal Fury 2 is 63 on the top 100.
Yeah.
According to IGN. It is not going to be in my top 100, I can tell you that. So, come at me with your number 32, Josh.
Let's rewind it just a little bit.
Okay.
Dirt Tracks.
Dirt Tracks. Okay. We're not too far off.
No.
And it's kind of funny because the first season or two, I feel like we were pretty varying in it. And then, like, season 3, we were exactly the same until the last game of the season.
Yep.
And like I say, season 4 had a lot of mediocre games. And I don't really know what to do with them.
Yeah.
They were all kind of different type games, same thing. But, Dirt Track FX at 32, that's cool. I get you.
Yep.
Where you at on 31?
Let me suck your blood.
Oh,
Dracula.
That I did not like Dracula. I don't like the book. Never read it. Don't like the fucking movie. Seen it in the theaters. And I like Dracula. I like some Dracula shit.
No, I'll have to say this, dude. The Dracula Untold movie is really good.
I think I did watch that. Was that the one where
It's the guy that looks like Orlando Bloom, but isn't Orlando Bloom?
Yep. I did. I watched that in theaters, too. That was all right. And I feel like, too, as far as vampire movies, I like my Underworld.
Underworld, the GOAT.
Well, I think it's a little... I like some pretty bad, like, B-rated...
okay, no, B-rated is a different genre.
Because, see, I seen one, I've fought myself off buying because it's like one DVD with 8 different movies in it, and it is Kung Fu Zombies is in one of them, and I do not know how that could be. That's going to be a movie that I absolutely love, but
That, again, beside the point, but B-rated vampire movies is a different genre.
I feel like, and it's been a while since I watched it, I really liked Dracula 2000 when that one came out.
That one wasn't terrible.
Queen of the Damned, didn't care too much about it.
No, it wasn't fan. Loved the soundtrack.
I'll go ahead and tell you. Best vampire shit ever. Favorite vampire shit ever. Buffy the fucking Vampire Slayer, the TV series. The best one, fucking Angel. Angel was better, but I love fucking Buffy. Angel was such a good show. All right. Okay, so we've only agreed on 2 so far.
But we're close on a couple.
Well, we've agreed on 3, because I got Dracula at 31.
Oh, shit.
31 Dracula. Number 30. I'm pretty prejudiced over it. Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. You done the misses.
I cannot. I'm not even getting started on Pac-Man. I'd probably rather play Pong than Pac-Man. So you roll your number 30 to me.
No Escape.
You did No Escape dirty.
You could fall off the map at any given time by pressing down and B at the same time.
I feel like you can fall off the map in the movie anytime because the movie saved it for me. I'm completely biased because of the movie. The game was pretty much garbage. I will say that, even though, I'm not too much crazier higher on it, but God, that's a good movie. I enjoy that movie. It was a bad movie. It was a bad movie.
Okay, but the game, no matter where you are, you can always hit down and B and fall off the map.
But playing the game, that was the only one that just blew my mind of what the fuck is this game? And then I watched the movie and I'm like, this is exactly how the game
just
is.
Run.
Like the game was like, would you rather have a bad game over a good movie?
Yeah.
Or a good game based off a bad movie?
Yep.
And I think that's kind of what you got right there.
Yep.
What you rolling into 29, brother?
Dig and Spike Volleyball.
Okay.
just because of dig and spot volleyball. I had a few volleys. I done good, but at the same time, it was almost impossible to play.
It was tough. I agree with you. I feel like they put a lot into the countries and stuff and trying to like get some of the details, not a lot into the gameplay. That was the one that you can play indoor and outdoor volleyball.
You had the beach volleyball.
And beach volleyball I thought was better than indoor volleyball. As weird as that is, because as bad as I sucked, you would think you would need more people around, but not a great game. Number 29, I've got one that is way higher than you. I think it had a little charm to it. Of course, it was the second Mario game that we played. Mario's Time Machine, I fucking hated. Mario is missing. I went into it thinking I was going to fucking hate it, and it wasn't great, but you had the idea of, hey, it's almost like going into a Mario world, but it's not. I was like, we're going to get fucking Mario's Time Machine. Oh, it kind of looks like Mario World. It's kind of cool. I kind of had a different look at it. Still a bad game. I put Mario's Missing at number 29. Number 28, Dig and Spike Volleyball. So I was just one up on you.
Yep.
We've already talked about that. Where are you at on number 28, brother?
Wild Snake.
Wild Snake.
And the way you spelt it on my list is Wild Sankey.
Well, that happens. At least you can read my misspelling.
Wild Sankey.
Should I have prepared enough, I would have printed this out on the printer at work, but I did not. So I was out of ink and I had to write by hand for most part. You got three-quarters of a page.
This is 100% the typed version.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm just stupid. That's what you're saying. I got it.
Yeah, this is 100% where you typed it, and it's Wild Sankey.
Okay, number 27. After what is one ahead of Wild Sankey?
For me?
Yes.
Oh, you're not going to like that.
No, what you got?
It's something you already ranked.
Hang on. Jetsons?
No.
I don't know.
Fatal Fury 2, The Fighter.
I'm not upset by that because you're more of a fighter guy.
I like the fight. I like the stage fighting.
And I think probably I could tough it through a fighting game. I mean, I can play some Street Fighter and all that, but that game, and I have a feeling it's going to be. I'm not a fan of the genre. I felt like the game was pretty slow. And I think that's how it's just going to be on the Super Nintendo. I know everybody said I think there's a Fatal Fury Turbo. You got Street Fighter Turbo. Then we're probably going to be the quicker game. That to me, that will be the highest ranked games, like the Turbo games that are fast. They're going to Fatal Fury Turbo is going to rank above the other Fatal Furies.
Yeah.
Street Fighter Turbo probably the same.
Yeah.
Number 27. I'm going to throw one at you. You're not going to like because you ain't ranked it yet. And I have a feeling you're probably not going to rank it for a while. Just not my game. I know it was something when I was playing it that you would. It might have been. I know Dragon View was our first game. This was like in our first three. I got Super Putty.
Super Putty? I know who it was, man.
Super Putty at 27.
The Astronaut Ninja.
I will say it's an original game. Whatever you say, you can't say that. What a weird game. I will say that.
The Astronaut Ninja. Oh, man.
I roll into 26. I'm way higher on this. Well, I'm more than 10 high, I guess, on this one. I didn't mind Terminator as bad as you. So I've got Terminator chucked up on number 26.
That's fine. Like I said, if you played it with the God modes and stuff like that, it was 100% fine.
Well, I think I'm trying to think. That might be the one where maybe I was just playing with unlimited grenades. Whatever it was. Maybe I did have some. Maybe I played it and then I went through it on God mode or whatever, and it was appreciative for what it was.
Because no matter how many times I played it, I could not get past the helicopter chase scene. Whenever you're on the Jeep.
Well, what is funny is, yes, you're correct.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
That was the big breaker for me.
So I had a lot of video games I bought the other day, and I don't have the cartridge for. It's a Genesis. It is a box only Genesis. and the guy said, dude, that game may be, I don't know if you have the game, it may be the toughest fucking game. I'm like, dude, I know. Like,
listen to our podcast.
It's like that game was so tough. Oh, that was Terminator 2. So he was talking about Terminator 2, and I'm like, all the Terminators are fucking tough.
All of them were tough.
Alrighty, so you are going to come in at number 26, and that is going to be the 50% mark, right?
One more will be 50%.
Well, yeah, 26, 25 will be 50.
Yeah.
So hit us with number 26.
Mr. Nuts with the Z.
I know what was the most aggravating thing. I know it's the most aggravating thing for me, too, about Mr. Nuts that pissed you off the worst.
Sprint button.
The sprint fucking button that did not look like fucking sprint,
Yep.
nor could you tell, but it apparently could jump fucking farther. That was bad.
That was terrible. And it was slow. Man, it was slow.
So you got Mr. Nuts wrapping the bottom 50%. He's the first loser on this, right? So
if you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
Well, I guess you're going with number 25. What are you rocking here?
Time slip.
Oh, nip slip, huh?
Oh, nip slip.
Time slip, incredibly tough fucking game. Like I feel like Time slip was probably, you just put some different skins on a fucking Terminator game
or a Contra game,
and
because
it did have a Contra feel.
Yeah.
Number 25, I've got my No Escape. Way higher on it than you. Well, not too much. I guess about 5.
5. That's not bad.
So I'm cracking it in the top 24 on a game. It should be higher, except it sucked. Like, how can you make a fucking game that...
I know what you're talking about.
I've got Spider-Man the Animated Series. Like, how can you... Like, even the bad Spider-Man games are still good. And, like, this one was... I didn't like it. I liked more of the fun facts. I liked a little bit more of the lore. Didn't care for the game at all.
Nope.
I mean, it wasn't the worst thing, but it was just like, man, I just want to be fucking Spider-Man.
Yep.
All right. That's all I got to say on that. Why you got it 24?
Throw Spider-Man right there with me.
Oh, Spooder-Man. So that will be the 4th one we've agreed on.
Yep. That was... I said, how can you fuck it up?
I mean, that was one, even after we've played, if we played the animated, if we played drew a Spider-Man game the next game, I'd be fucking excited.
Yep.
And probably like the animated series was a one-off from pretty much everything else.
Yeah.
It's number 24. Hey, we both agree, so it is.
Yep.
Why you got it 23?
This is a new game.
Uh-oh.
It's a game you've already said.
It's got to be Jetsons.
It's the Jetsons.
I didn't care for the game. I think it's overhyped.
It 100% is overhyped. I think you were,
and it was expensive too. From what
it was very expensive. But I think you were just not in the mood for that type of platformer, because we had some very terrible platformers this season. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that you did it wrong. I'm just saying that I may have done it too good.
Well, my problem where I was I have a Jetsons at 34, and I was debating whether I was going to put it above Miss Pac-Man at number 30. So I could have probably flexed it 4 up. You might have been able to flex it 4 down. We may have ended up pretty close.
I could have.
Yeah, I didn't care for Jetsons. And once again, maybe it wasn't the problem with the Jetsons. As far as cartoon games, I'm thinking Ren and Stimpy, Animaniacs. Jetsons a little bit older.
Yep.
Everybody hyped it up. Maybe not Jetsons' fault, but I just didn't think it was that great.
I think what happened with the Jetsons, personally, is I think we had a reverse effect of Fievel Goes West.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we played just enough shitty, bad platformers before the Jetsons that we were like, oh, God, another platformer.
Well, but like how we have been with sim games in this past season.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 23 for me. I put a new entry in, and I don't feel bad, even though in my heart it is way higher. But Going back and playing it at number 23, I think American Gladiators is probably appropriately ranked. I played that game a ton as a kid. Some of it, what kills it is the replayability, and that damn swing shot sucks.
Yeah.
The one thing I can appreciate is I probably watched every fucking American Gladiator show in here on YouTube. And
after I texted you and told you it,
Yes. And I'm over here, I think I'm texting you, I'm like, I'm watching the goddamn World Championships. You know, like, that's a 90s icon, American Gladiators. I got to bump it up to number 22. Incredibly hard game. I think people question it being hard. It was hard for me. I got Nip Slip, Time Slip itself.
Yeah.
I did one thing that I give Time Slip a tip of the hat is it had a pretty decent story. You're fighting lizard people. Gilgamesh, you know,
Dr. Gilgamesh.
It was just a little bit quirky, and I was in the mood for quirkiness, so I got it at number 22. Where are you at on number 22, sir?
Let's give me True Lies.
True Lies. Yeah, I'm way higher on True Lies than you. Sorry on that one.
No, you're fine. I get it. Again, I think we fell to the Arnold Schwarzenegger funnel right there.
The games that starred Arnold, games based off of movies that had Arnold Schwarzenegger as the main actor and James Cameron as the director. Yes. That's that. I don't know what is more of what's more of an anomaly, getting those two games or the amount of FX chip games.
It has to be the FX chips, right?
Yeah, it probably. Okay, roll us into number 21.
21 is American Gladiator.
Okay.
Not far, but yeah.
I try to step back from it a little bit and get away, but you know, Gladiators is cool. I'm wondering, going back, if we played the NES version, which one we'd like better. I don't know.
Yeah, I no idea.
How come we ain't got one now? Like for PS3 or PS4 or something like that. You would think there would be something similar.
I haven't looked it up.
Create a Gladiator or something. I don't know. Number 21, I'm not a lot higher. I'm probably about 5 higher. Tip my hat to Mr. Nuts at 21.
Mr. Nuts?
I like Mr. Nuts. I like it more than the game should be, just because it had such a small production team, pretty much just a few people. Maybe better than Sonic the Hedgehog, I don't know.
No, it's not. It absolutely isn't.
Yeah, it is not. Roll it up to number 20. Fuck, this game pissed me off because the goddamn advertised that it was presented by the maker of fucking Tetris, not me.
Oh yeah,
Wild. How did I spell? I spelled
Sankey.
it right. I spelled it Wild Snake on mine, but Wild Sankey is number 20. Bring us into your 20, Joshy.
Number 20 for me was Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. Okay. Where's my Miss Pac-Man at?
Said you don't?
No, yeah. Down there at number 30. You had it 20. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little biased on Pac-Man.
You are.
Mrs. or Mistress, equal
the
rated,
man.
Equal hated.
Yeah.
Where are you at on number 19?
Number 19, Super Putty.
Super Putty. I'm no, there's some games ahead of it that's pretty good, but I'm kind of surprised to hear Super Putty number 19.
Well, it falls into the fact that we're starting to play some better.
You're right. We're in the upper part. At number 19, I've got some new additions coming up.
Yep, same here. Yep.
And here's the problem.
Right after 19 for me. Right after 19.
Here's the problem: is there may be some folks riding coattails, and the game. I didn't care for the game, but it's better than a lot of these others. And the replayability, if I had to play this game versus them, that's where I put it. So a couple of other games are going to probably bump up from it. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, I got it number 19.
Okay.
I like the other Mighty Morphin Power Rangers better, but
even though it gets shit on.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's way better. But I couldn't live with myself having Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie, below Wild Snake. time slip, super putty. Like it's better than that.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at on number 19. So I'm going to roll us into number 18.
Yeah.
Bringing us another newbie in. Might not be a better game than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but I have it ranked that way, and I'm sticking with my gut. I got Aerobiz Supersonic at number 18.
Okay.
So where are you feeling number 18's at, Joshy?
Right after. Okay. So 18. I think I'm gonna go Battle Cars.
Okay.
I'm doing an on-the-fly change. I think I'm gonna go.
Okay, a re-rank of the re-rank.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Battle Cars with this one.
Okay.
Because
a game that I hadn't played until here.
Now, yeah.
Which is kind of surprising because that sounds like, I mean, looking at the game, seeing the cover, that is 90s Super Nintendo in a nutshell.
Yep, 100%.
It was just a great value version of
Twisted Metal and
you mix Twisted Metal and
Mario
F-Zero maybe
and
together.
Mario Kart.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I'm with you. Number 17, what are you hitting?
Number 17 is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie.
Okay.
I think this game's I think Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is just slightly better.
Yep. I agree. And even with some of the sim games that we played, it's tough. Because I feel like those games are better than Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, but Mighty Morphin Power, it depends, man. It's the genre battle, you know.
It is.
Some of the if Mighty Morphin Power Ranger the movie wasn't there, I feel like Aerobiz Supersonic would be lower, just because of the sim game. But it is what it is.
Yep.
At number 17, I'm bringing another new addition in, Civilization. Sid Meier's Civilization. And I'm not a Civilization guy.
Wow.
But I do feel like it was better in Aerospace Supersonic or Aerobiz Supersonic. Not my thing. I've told you, I know you're a bigger Civ guy than me. Just not for me. But I still have enough respect to have it in the top half right here.
Yeah.
Number 16, I'm going to roll it up. I think you're pretty close at Battle Cars.
Okay.
It a little bit more bland game than the F-Zeros, than the Twisted Metals and stuff. But it was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Yep. Okay.
It was decent. That's what I guess we're hitting the part where I'm going to start considering decent games.
Yeah.
What do you feel on number 16? What do you have on your heart, Josh?
Aerobiz.
Aerobiz Supersonic.
Yep.
And my thing is just in today's day and age, it just feel like I'm going to work and processing data.
Yep. That's all. You're just processing data.
And it may be all sim games in general, but that is what it is. Number 15, what are you rocking?
Number 15. Again, I think we might have done it dirty.
Okay.
So it's Dragon View.
Oh my God. Yeah, you did it dirty.
And you have it next to my thing. It says Dirty Dragon Dick.
You dirty dragon dick. That sounds so much. I've had a few beers. You said, what does dirty dragon dick mean? And I was like, you dirty dragon dick Dragon View. That is what you've did. It makes sense that I had a few.
And the thing is with it is it was our very first game.
Yep.
And
what would you
I think if I go back and replay it, I think I will 100% respect it a little more.
if you played it this obviously not. I was going to say if you played it this last season, would it be your number one game? But obviously
Absolutely not.
Okay.
But it would probably more than likely be in the top 10 easily.
I've got it in my top 10.
I know you do.
Number 15 for me is the last new game edition that I have.
Wow.
I brought Gods in at number 15. It was I ain't going to say it's a diamond in the rough. It was an okay game. A Amiga game, from what I remember. I think you pulled it up. They got a PS3 port.
Yeah.
That game probably had the most replayability out of all of it. I do feel, though, even though a lot of the games in the middle of last season was mediocre and you could change them, if you like Civ more than Aerobiz and American Gladiators more, I get it. But I do think that even though Gods wasn't a, monster game, it was by far the best game we played this year. And at number 15, I feel like as a mediocre. Well, I say mediocre season. I still had a great time playing season 4 games, but the games just weren't there. I've peaked at number 15 with Gods.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm still going to defend because I'm going to tell you what games are better than what you haven't ranked. At number 14, a game that I do think is better than Gods, that I have nothing but respect for, is the best name in the business. NBA Live 95. Pretty good basketball game. Pretty dated, but respect for it. What do you got at number 14, brother?
I got Civ.
Civilization.
Yep.
Uh,
And like I think from here up for me is just good games.
right. Looking at mine, I think probably the top 5 are in a different level.
Oh, yeah.
The top 5 are way better than the rest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got good games. Like, these are games that I wouldn't, I mean, you're right. And I probably bump it back down to maybe Wild Snake because it was a little bit, Mr. Nuts is a little bit more expensive. But I'd say in the top 20 games was games that I wouldn't mind having in my collection.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm not spending my left testicle to fucking buy them.
Life savings.
But yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you, Civ. Civ was expensive, but like NBA Live 95, Miss Pac-Man, some of them are cheap enough. I'm good with that. Where are you at on number 13?
Number 13 is Gods.
Gods.
Back to back.
So that is the last one you have from season 4,
is.
right? All right. Well, I guess we're just going to run down. We're down to the last 13, so we'll just go pretty quick.
Yeah, just knock them out really easily.
Number 13, a game that kind of got dirty dick by the other games we played. I got Fifle Goes West. Pretty good game.
I have a little higher.
Yeah, and the game I have right above it that was superior to it, and not digging on Fifle. What? I'm going to say it wrong either way. I got Circus Adventures of Mickey and Minnie, and kind of like how I was talking with the Mario game, Mickey and Minnie had a charm to it that was okay.
Yep.
What you got number 12, brother?
Pieces.
Okay. An Atlas game, like I've never played before.
Yeah, weird. It was weird. It was strangely entertaining.
Yes. I don't even know how to really explain it. Weird.
It was a puzzle game.
It was like, yeah.
Literally a puzzle. Not like a trivia puzzle or a dungeon puzzle. It was a jigsaw puzzle.
Puzzle game.
Yep.
Number 11, what are you rocking?
I'm going to do NBA Live 95.
Okay, well, I'm going to throw one out here that's probably going to upset you. I know I'm probably way lower.
If you say it's Mega Man, I'm stabbing you in the hand with this pencil.
No, it's Family Feud. I got Family Feud at number 11.
Okay.
I love the game. No problem. Number 10, I'm rocking Pieces. A weird game. Unusually fun. If you told me, hey, we're going to play a game, an Atlas game even, that is about jigsaw puzzles, not really that cool. Unusually fun.
Yep.
Number 10, what do you have?
Jeopardy Sports.
One man's Family Feud is
another man's Jeopardy
Sports. And that would hurt me a little bit. It took my breath out.
And it sucks, but what killed me on Jeopardy is it's the dated questions.
Yeah, I remember the questions. I don't think any of them were before you were born.
Yeah, so
I was like, oh my god, that's so funny.
So yeah.
Number 9, what are you at? Yeah. It's you. Number 9.
Yeah. Fifle Goes West.
Okay. I can.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, from I think 9 to 5, I would classify as the good games right now.
I got you. This one, I feel like I had a little bit more at number 9. I don't know. I feel like it's appropriately rated. I'm just going to say it. Probably better in the arcade. I got King of Dragons at number 9.
I can't fault you for that.
I'm going to bring in number 8. I've got RoboCop versus Terminator. The reason the game was pretty fun. Original fucking story. I love the story on it. And I'm just like, man, I was going around just talking about the damn story. I'm like, I want a fucking movie made from this. Number 8, where are you at?
Mickey and Minnie.
Mickey and Minnie.
You can't have 5 without Mickey and Minnie that far behind.
Yep, that's one thing we can agree. They will forever be linked, like Avatar, where their ponytails touch or whatever it is.
Okay, and then so bringing it up.
Number 7.
Number 7, RoboCop versus Terminator.
Okay.
So.
Here's mine. This is probably the last one I'm going to come out and say I'm way higher on it than you. I'm bringing my Tom Arnold, Schwarzenegger, Cameron. True Lies at number 7.
True Lies at 7.
I love True Lies. It's a whole game about ninja rolling. It felt like
that's 100% true. It is.
Number 6. I feel like I may have it may be pretty close. Well, I know we're within 6, obviously.
Yeah.
The game that I feel like gets hated on more than not, compared to the rest of the series, I got my Mighty Morphin Power Rangers at number 6.
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Yeah.
We played it on the couch. I played it by myself, and I played it, and another friend was over, and we beat it, and it was still fun. Not crazy hard, but it wasn't no give. I mean, fun game. That's it. And I'm not even really a Power Rangers guy, and I had enjoyed it. Where are you at on number 6?
King of Dragons.
King of Dragons.
Because I think that would be a very fun game doing a couch co-op.
Yes,
I think it would be a lot better with a couch co-op.
Okay. Number 5, where are you at?
Family Feud.
Family Feud. That is a good game.
Just barely get eked out of the Mount Rushmore.
Okay, yeah. The one that fell right outside of Mount Rushmore for me, and I am not dirty Dragon Dicking it. I got Dragon View. We dirty dicked it off the start, and I've got respect for Dragon View.
I'm gonna go back and replay it.
Okay,
I got to, because I feel like I do think we dirty dicked it at the beginning.
I think this is going to be the last one that we have a difference in, and then we're going to have the top 3 probably the same. At number 4 on my Mount Rushmore, hanging on nostalgia big time, is my Jeopardy Sports.
Jeopardy Sports.
Number 4, if I had to guess, just look at what's left, I'm guessing number 4, Josh, for you is probably Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
No.
Oh my God, you've lost your damn mind. Hit me with it.
Space Megaforce.
Oh my God. You are.
I'm not. Because there's one thing you gotta remember about me. Is I met the Power Rangers.
Okay.
I met Jason David Frank before he committed suicide.
Okay.
I met Amy Jo Johnson, which was everybody's crush growing up. Pink Ranger.
You know, I feel like every time I hear that name, I like that part in Billy Madison where he goes, "Oh, Veronica Vaughn, so hot, want to touch the honey."
Yeah. I got to meet her, and I also got to meet the Yellow Ranger, which Kimberly, I think was, Trinity.
Okay, I believe you. I feel like you are completely wrong having Space Megaforce at number 4. But, you know, to each their own. It's still on the Mount Rushmore, so please tell me what your number 3 is, Josh. I might have to smack you if you got
Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Say Power Rangers. What was your number 4?
And my number 4 was Jeopardy Sports.
Jeopardy Sports. Makes sense. You knew the questions.
Yeah, I did. I actually remember because we wrote the motherfuckers down.
Yeah.
Trying to, and I had to read my fucking handwriting to damn try to decipher that shit.
See, and that's where I think this is all going to be like the nostalgia feature. Is like, all right, from here up, I think this is the best games.
Oh, yeah, these are definitely.
But, again, I'm trying my hardest not to let the nostalgia feature set in. But
even though I did enjoy Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, for me, that Dragon View took it to another level. At number 3 for me, I had Space Megaforce, which I've sat here and considered an okay game that I never played. That is, from what I gather, maybe the best top-down shooter like that on the system, arguably. But I remember I had another friend over and I was playing this thing. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm playing this fucking game. It's okay." And but like I'm kind of addicted to it. And he's like, well, let me see. And there was a lot of cussing and a lot of bullshit fucking deaths.
Yep.
And next thing you know, it's 2.5 hours later, and I said, well, I guess it is an okay game. And he's like, we've been playing it for 2.5 fucking hours. I think it's better than that.
Yeah.
And then we were like committed enough. It's like we've went too far. We got to beat this.
Got to beat it.
And you know, a lot of times you played it and it wasn't no different than the time you played it before.
Yep.
But for some reason you just got luckier with
Yep.
your damn power ups and stuff. So I got Space Megaforce at number 3. That's pretty solid over.
I can't fault you for it. I really can't.
I know what our number 2 and our number 1 is. So number 2, I know we both got Star Fox.
Of course.
Which I would have probably said before. I never played the Mega Man X2. I would have had Star Fox up there. Star Fox is pretty good. Not as I think.
A lot of polygons. Did not age well.
Yeah. I think that it is not as great as what I had in my nostalgia, but it's still a top notch.
Oh yeah, it's still fun. Still very fun.
And number 1, we're going to bring it in, obviously, Mega Man X2. And I can't argue that because Mega Man X2 is a game I'd never played, and I enjoyed it, even though that lava level gave me fucking anxiety. Haven't beat the game, but I am going to go back and play. I've played it on the PS4, PS5, whatever.
The Legacy Collection.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good game. So,
Yep.
I guess, you got any parting thoughts before we leave on how this season ranked up or anything that you have that you want to note, Josh? At the end of the day, we ended up having 4 of them at the same ranking level.
Yeah.
Which you would think there would be more, but I bet you there was probably 10 of them that we were 1 off on.
1 or 2 off, yeah. My next big ranking, I'm going to probably redo an overhaul. I'm going to go back and replay Dragon View. I know that's probably going to move severely on the list. So.
Yeah, and this season, we didn't have the bona fide bangers. Like, say, for me, number 15 was it. For you, number 13. I don't think any game that we played this season is going to be in our top 100 by the end of the day. Okay games,
Yeah, okay. Very, very...
The one good thing is we played another 10 games and we didn't have that banger in there. That just means that's 10 less games, bad games that we have to play, or 10 games that's not as good as those bangers. Yep. So we've already drawn our next game. We did it at the end of season 4. We're playing Speed Racer, and I forget the damn name it has after that.
The Most Dangerous Adventure.
Yeah, Most Dangerous Adventure. That's going to come up. We're probably going to take a week or 2 before we start up on the next season. We might come up with some content to put on here. We're still uploading on YouTube for you guys, and I guess we're going to come back at you at season 5 with Speed Racer. I guess that's about it, right, Josh?
That's all we got.
All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
See ya.
Or in a couple of weeks, perhaps.